Let's get you more on this breaking news story. The Hawk says 7 suspects allegedly involved in the Ngobo police murders have been killed in a shootout. Last night, a special task team swooped on what's believed to be the gang's hideout in a church. A shootout ensued and 1 police officer was wounded. Our Dasen Thathiah is in the Eastern Cape and he has an update for us. A very good morning to you, Dasen. Speaking to Hangwani Mulaudzi a little bit earlier on, giving us those dramatic details of how the situation unfolded at the church last night. What have you heard about the raid that was conducted?
Dudu, this is completely bizarre. I mean, if you think about it, it's actually the last place that you would expect suspects, such brazen suspects, to be hiding out at a church like this. Let me just show you where we are at the moment. This is the church that was raided last night by police. We understand that it was quite a high-level operation that was conducted. Remember, the case was taken over by national police. A task team was assembled after that attack, and this is when they pounced last night based on information that they had received. At that point, when they did get here, there was a shootout that occurred with police and the suspects, and 7 of those suspects were killed. But Dudu, we also understand that some of them did manage to escape, and a police officer was also injured in this attack. You'll see that there's quite a bit of activity around me at the moment. This is especially for these residents. This is something that they didn't expect. Everyone is gathered here to find out more. They have many questions. They're speculating as they stand here. But the work is not over for police just yet. We understand that they have quite a complex crime scene to go through. They also have recovered some firearms. You'll remember that firearms were taken during that attack on the police station, about 10, we understand. So at the moment, it seems like they have their work cut out for them at the church.
Describe the lay of the land for us, Dasen. From the pictures that we can see, it doesn't look that like it's a pretty big community. Surely someone somewhere there must know something. What have you heard when you're working people on the ground?
You know, Dudu, when we were speaking to people on the ground, the other challenge that police were facing here is that there seemed to be a lack of trust among some people. In fact, I spoke to a few residents who said, he said to me directly, the one resident, that even if they had known who had committed a crime, they'd be worried about telling police about that because they didn't necessarily trust them. But that aside, I just also want to show you, you're talking about the lay of the land here, I just want to show you the other side of where we are. Now you'll see that it's quite rural where we're based at the moment, and this is about 5 kilometers or so outside of Ngobo Central. And that was where the police station, or that's where the police station is based. But the other interesting thing about this is that, and I'll just point, over there on the other side is where 2 of the police officers that were attacked in Wednesday night's massacre were dumped. Now they were in a vehicle and they were attacked as they were coming into the police station. And before the hijackers throw their vehicle off a cliff, which is on the other side of the and dumped their bodies. So it seems like that incident is quite close to where the robbers were eventually hiding out, which is very bizarre. But then again, I think police a few days ago anyway, because when we spoke to them initially, they kept telling us that they are searching in the Eastern Cape, and it was unlikely that the suspects had left this general area. But I think they knew more than they were letting on, because although we had quite a strong flow of communication at the start.
Right, and that's where we'll leave it with Dasen Thathiah with the latest on the Ngobo police murders after that shootout last night where 7 suspects were killed. And we do apologize about the connection there. I'm sure you'll appreciate as you also see the weather in the Eastern Cape.